What's up, everybody? Team Shuffles here. Today I am here with Gabe. And Gabe, where were you this past weekend?
So this past weekend I went to the Columbus Regional. I got 25th place there. I went 7-2 on the day. Got my invite. I played Mekk-Knight Invoked for the weekend. You know, it's kind of my staple deck on the channel. It was good all day long, so we can get into it. So, you know, same as always, usually 3 Alistair. The deck has changed a little bit. I made some last minute changes before I left, but Alistair, big 3 of, good all day. Mekk-Knight engine stayed the same. 3 purple, 2 blue, and 1 of each. So usually I don't ever go into him. Usually I don't think he's that good. But over the weekend I went into him like 8 or 9 times throughout all my matches.
What does he do again?
So he lets me banish a Mekk-Knight to target, I think, in his column and blow it up. So there was a play where I put him here, and I popped a Boral Sword, and then I activated his effect to shift him here, and then I popped their main monster zone, and then killed them.
That's gross.
Yeah. And then my spicy tech, Time Maiden. Funny story, the guy...
Was this one of the last-minute techs, or has this been in there?
No, this has been in here. So the guy I played first round, he was also playing Mekk-Knight Invoked, and I special summoned Time Maiden, and he goes, Time Lords? And then I was like, no, someone else. And he goes, Invoked Time Lords? And I was like, no, it's just a spicy tech because it just replaces Hornet drones. And then my hand trap lineup. So usually I play 3 of these and then 3 of these. But I actually swapped it for the card that I say is god-awful, Droll Knockbird.
Was this one of your last-minute changes?
Yes. So I cut down each of one of these for the 2 Drolls. And I actually don't regret it this time. I actually used Droll in almost every single one of my matches except for against Altergeist. And, like, it was super big. I drolled, like, Cyber Dragon players, the Mekk-Knight Invoked. Trickstar was a big one I drolled. I drolled him twice, and it was super good. And then, Sir Spells, 3 Meltdown, 2 Terraforming. Not many changes there.
So 5 Meltdown.
Pretty much, yeah. And then, here's another last-minute change. So 3 Called By. So Called By just came back to 3. And I got to thinking to myself, I was like, why run 3 Invocation when you can run 2? So the reason I was running 3 was so if my opponent has Ash or Impermanence or anything, they just neg on it if I already have fucking Invocation. But by having Called By, I can just stop it anyways, and I found it more useful. So I decided to bump it. That was another last-minute change I did.
Called By back to 3 was a good call. I think it was necessary.
It's so busted.
It is, but it was a necessary. It was necessary.
I got hand trapped almost every game, and almost every game I had Called By, except for in the one game it didn't matter.
That's why it's necessary.
But,
so that way you can stop that.
3 Mind Control. It was busted all day. The amount of times I just like took their like Link monster, like I was playing a Cyber Dragon, and I was like target Infinity, and then he was like, well, you negate, and then I was like, all right, and I just did my play, and then it was good against Thunder Dragon too, but I didn't see any. And then
you didn't see Thunder Dragon.
I did not play against Thunder Dragon at all. I used it against Beatrice in my last round against Burning Abyss. I also used this against Beatrice in my last round against Burning Abyss, which was stupid good. It's just dumb. Relinquish is stupid. And then I
Relinquished or 1,000 Eyes?
1,000 Eyes. And this is dumb. So this actually won me my round 2 against Trickstars. So he flipped Scapegoat on my end phase and then made Borreload and took my Purgatrio and nuked my field. So then on his phase, I made Scapegoat and then I made Boral Sword and then pooped on Borreload and killed him. And then I ran 2 Desires. This was stupid good all day. Every time I resolved it, I won. It's so good. Everyone's like neg 9. It's busted.
I'm just afraid to use that card.
It's so good in this deck because I play so many 3.
I understand that Pot of Desires is good. I'm just afraid to use it because my luck is awful and I will hit 6 things that I desperately need. And
then for my 1-ofs, Succession, super good. Monster Reborn, busted. My times where I wouldn't have a 4th monster. I wouldn't have a 5th monster to make Boral Sword with, but I would have this in hand, so I would link away my own Purgatory or Mechaba for Boral Sword, then activate it, and then arrive it back, and then it was like, oh, I kill you anyways. And then Book of Law, stupid. I OTK'd some people with that card today.
Book of Law switches out one of your invoked for another?
Yeah, for another one of a different type. My tokens for the day, so I couldn't use Snow, my baby, because I don't want to write Totem on it.
Because you have to ruin the card if you want to use it as a token.
But again, Scapegoat, gotta have tokens for him. And then so my going first card was the same. 3 Solemns. It was good all day. I striked so much stuff with this over the weekend. I striked an Infinity with it, Beatrice, Dante, everything. It was super good. And then 2 reboots. Didn't put as much work as I wanted it to. I only played 1 Altergeist on the day, and I didn't play against any weird stun decks, so it didn't put in as much work. But the card that actually won me so many matches, triple evenly matched. This card is dumb. I evenly matched a True Draco player for 7. I still lost to him, but I evenly matched him for 7. This card put in so much work. I won so many games with this card. My Altergeist match, I resolved on him twice, and he just lost. And then 2 Twister, super good. I sided against like Cyber Dragon and stuff to hit Overflow, and I sniped so many Floodgates with it. Super good. I might actually bump it to 3 instead of running these. So my idea behind the hand traps were, well, if I have a deck that's Ash and Droller are good against, I side at the Ogre. I set my 2 Ogres for these, and then, so basically I just rearranged my playsets. It was good. The only time that it came up bad was against Rongo Bongo Turbo. I sided in all 3 of these because I have to have hand traps to play, and I opened 2 Ash and a Droll, and I was like, well, yeah. And I think I still beat him in that game too, so that's pretty good. And then Kaijus. This actually lost me my Sire Dragon matchup. Well, it didn't lose me my Sire Dragon matchup. It just was, I should have beat it.
It helped you not win.
Yeah, so I only sided against that, and I didn't really use it on the day. I didn't play Strikers, so didn't really need it that much.
And that's your side?
Yeah, it was my side. And then my extra deck, it stayed the same. So Link Karibo, Link Spider, it's super good against Scapegoat. Mekk-Knight, Morningstar, and Alistair, the Invoker of Madness. He's busted, and he's also busted, but he's more busted, so I go in him first. And then the Nightmare package. I didn't use Phoenix all day, but I did go into Unicorn once or twice throughout the day just to get something out of my hand or spin something back that was problematic. And then Spicy Boys.
Worst cards in the game.
Yeah. Every time I summoned him, I won. And every time somebody made this on me, I summoned him and I won. And when people would summon him on me, I would summon him and then take it.
And then win?
And then win. So he was super good.
Such gross cards.
Yeah. And then my Invoked lineup, 1 Eleuthyism. I'm probably going to cut this. I'm probably going to cut it for another Invoke target or maybe a Cerberus.
Is it just not working out how you wanted it to?
Yeah, like it was good like whenever I summoned it. Sometimes I'd push for game with it, but it just wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, so I might cut it for a Cerberus, just because I think Cerberus might come up more. And then, or I might cut it for the second one of these, because he's broken.
Purgatrio is good.
Usually if I summon him once, so I win, but sometimes it comes up where I'm just barely short. So I'm thinking about cutting the Eleuthyism for the second Purgatrio. And then Cocutus, this won me my Altergeist matchup, so I mind controlled his Meloseek, and then I fused for Cocutus, and that was really good. And then double Mechaba, just really good. And then last minute change, I cut the spicy tech I'm known for instant fusion. I cut the Mud Dragon for the Raijin, and it was good. The amount of times I go second with instant fusion, the flip something face down that was causing a disruption, and then Thousand Eyes. He's super good. And that's it for the deck profile.
So what were your matchups like on Saturday?
So round 1, I played against Amir. I won that one 2-0. He actually sided in the Thunder Dragon engine game 2, which was kind of cool, but I still beat him. And then round 2, I played against Trickstars. I won that one in time 2-1. I had game on board anyways, though, when time was called, but that was probably my hardest matchup of the day. I had to play around like Artifact Scythe and like Lost Wind and stuff, which was super cool. And then round 3, I actually lost. I played against Cyber Dragon. That was the one I should have won. So game 1, I rolled the die roll, and game 1 I OTK'd him. Game 2, he OTK'd me, and then game 3, he flipped Gozen on me after I had already Kaiju'd his thing. And for some reason, I don't know why, I killed the Kaiju. I should just left it on his field because they're all lights. All the Cyber Dragons are lights, so he can't get rid of the Gamma Seal. So he just sits there, and Gamma Seal's not big enough to swing over anything on my board. So I should have just sat there until I could out the Gozen. But hey, we all make mistakes. And then game 4, I lost to True Draco. He just opened the nuts twice. He had like diagram set 5 monster pass. And then game 2, he had diagram set 5 2 monsters pass, and that's when I evenly matched him for 7. And then he searched Dynamite off of Maiden, and then kept the Rivalry, so I couldn't play in my second main phase. And then he top decked Cardamise, tributed his Rivalry for Dynamite, activated Cardamise, he drew Rivalry, Monarch's Erupt, and Diagram. And I was like, well, Not much I can do about that.
Rip me.
Yeah, so I lost that one. And then my round 5 opponent didn't show up, so I went and got food. It was good food. And then round 6, I played against Altergeist, and I won that one 2-0. I evenly I won that in 2-1. I forgot I scooped game 1 because he opened an order, and I had 6 spells in hand, so it wasn't much I was doing.
Rivalry is the best card in Altergeist, yet Gozen is its worst enemy.
Literally. And then game 2, he opened permanents, not impermanents. He opened Imperial Order again, except I evenly matched him, and he kept the order, and then he flipped it on me, and then I twin twisted it, and so he just lost. And that was when I mind controlled. He chained Multifaker into it, and he summoned Milliseek so he could get a search because he had no cards in hand. And so I targeted it with mind control, and then I fused for Cocutus instead of trying to make a negate. And then he just scooped. And then game 3, I opened Reboot and Twister, so I just popped everything he did and then killed him. And then round 7, I played against Rongo Bongo Turbo. That I won in 6 minutes. Game 1, he went first, and I Ghost Ogre the Bamboozling, and he scooped. Game 2, he opened Double Malicious and 3 equip spells, and but I had an Ash, Droll, and Ogre in hand that game.
So you were good to go.
Yeah, I was gonna beat him either way, unless he had opened 2 called by. But so that was good. And then I played against another Cyber Dragon player round 8, and I beat him 2-0. I beat him twice. I won the die roll, OTK'd him, and then game 2 I set up like 2 Mechabuzz with 2 negates with Spell Monster negate in hand, and I had a Solemn set, so he just lost.
Yeah.
And then round 9, I played against Burning Abyss, and I beat him 2-0. I just had an answer to everything. Game 1, I just OTK'd him, and then game 2, I had 2 called by set with a Mechabuzz negate, and so he just lost.
And that was all of your rounds?
That was all my matchups, yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you did pretty good. So congratulations on your win. 25th, you said?
Yep, 25th.
So you got your invite.
Yep, got my
and
invite.
And that's in Tejas?
I think it's in Texas this year. I don't really know yet, though. It's in June. I'm a senior in high school, so I'm going for my senior trip this year.
Oh, okay. So you have any shout-outs that you'd like to make?
Well, I'll shout out to my friend Jake. He went with me. He drove me. He didn't do too hot, but he had a fun time. And then obviously shout out to Team Shuffles for letting me get the deck profile and stuff. And for supporting me on my way. Shout out to Josh. He got his invite too.
Shout out to the other Josh who fell asleep and didn't go to the tournament with you guys.
And then shout out from my buddy Cole because I couldn't make it out to post board this weekend. So he's recording it for me for the deck profile. So shout out to him too. But all right, that's all for me.
That was Gabe with his 25th place Mekk-Knight Invoked deck profile. And Team Shuffles out.